Up next, we speak to a former Olympic volleyball player who is now looking for a golden future through Ad Victor. It's Mr. Andrew Pink.
For me personally, and sort of for my sport, volleyball, you know, being an Olympian and becoming an Olympian was never a goal for us really, because we'd never had a team before. Obviously, being able to qualify as a home nation team, we knew 4 or 5 years out that we were going to be there, well, some of us anyway. So the hard part for us was sort of making that final team sheet of 12. You end up double taking the first few days walking around the village, but after that it becomes very normal. Everybody there is the same, really. They're all elite athletes. They're all at the pinnacle of their, physical abilities and the top of their sports. And meeting all the British Olympians, and everybody was genuinely interested about everyone else's sport and wishing everybody well. And it was inspiring. You did get a sort of feeling that you're really in a team. Volleyball was one of the smash hits of the Olympics, like I always knew it was going to be. I mean, it was sold out every single day, every single session, men, women, indoor, beach and sitting, complete sellout. And it's one of the world's most popular sports, most participated sports. And so it's frustrating for the world of volleyball that it hasn't really taken off in the UK yet. And I think it would be just a perfect sport for us. We don't really do a whole lot indoors in the winter. And it's cheap and easy. It's a great team sport. I knew about a year before the Olympics that I was going to sort of call it a day after the Olympics. And I was searching around of what am I going to do? People are always asking, what are you going to do next? You've been doing sport 6 days a week, no holidays for 10 years. How do you make that sort of transition? And I never really started worrying about it until about 6 months before the Olympics, when I thought, well, hey, this is going to come around really fast. And if I'm not well prepared, I'm going to be, caught short and, end up pulling pints in a pub or something. And nobody really wants to do that as a career ambition, I would have thought. It was brilliant meeting up with everybody at Ad Victor, because they really helped me to sort of navigate the difficult road of sort of making that transition, and it can be difficult for athletes, and luckily I found Ad Victor. Ad Victor's really given me the confidence to go into these meetings and meet these people, and really take on board what they've said. Steve has been fantastic, and he's got great ideas, great energy, and you have a little sit-down 20-minute meeting with him, and you go away thinking, I can do this, I can go, I'm going to try that. I've never thought about that, but I'm going to go for it. So yeah, the things that they come up with is, has been very helpful. Ad Victor's well respected, their networks are getting better and better every day, and suddenly you're finding yourself meeting with CEOs for coffee. I've just completed my first week in my new job, and it went by pretty quickly, so I think that's probably a good sign that I wasn't, crying at my desk halfway through it. So seems to be that I've made the right choice. I'm working at a PR firm in Soho. They're talking about, taking me and fast-tracking me, giving me all the relevant skills to move forward quite quickly in the hierarchy. Yeah, and even in the first week I'm writing press releases, I've been meeting with clients, and working on, pitching for new business. And, they seem quite happy with me, and it seems to be a natural fit. So hopefully it's going to be a continued success. I feared it was going to be a lot worse than it was. And thanks to everyone at Ad Victor, it's been a little bit easier than I think it probably should have been, or would have been had I been doing it on my own. But if we turn the clocks back, I think I would have probably got in touch with them a few years earlier, and started to sort of plant some seeds and start meeting some people and expanding my network a little bit earlier. Because you can't play professional volleyball in the UK, I was spending 9 months of the year abroad in Europe and different countries, and there's only so much you can do from a tiny flat in Poland to try and set yourself up for a career in London. So looking back, I probably would have got in touch a lot earlier than I did. I've been meeting lots of interesting people and lots of really high-up people. I mean, one of the great things with Ad Victor is it feels like they'll get you a meeting with anybody. It doesn't matter how high up the chain they are, but you're an Olympian, they want a little bit of the gold dust, a little bit of the magic sprinkles, I guess. But yeah, no, so I've been meeting, you know, CEOs, account managers, MDs, lots of interesting people, and everyone's been really, really helpful to me personally.